What's going on? So I'm gonna make a video. Now, I had a couple names in mind for this, but ultimately over time, and what I picked today is what you feel is what is real. And it's just as simple as that. A lot of people have problems listening to themselves, their gut, trusting themselves, insecurities, nervousness, things along those lines. A lot of people lie to you. A lot of people lie to themselves. You are everything. More importantly, people are not instinctive. They don't listen to their instincts. They kind of deny nature in a way, whether they do it on purpose. Well, they usually don't. Well, I guess some do, or some are just not aware, or you could say unconscious. It's just like we're always meant to do these things, and you can't deny them. What you feel is what is real. Another thing I wanted to put on here is humans are telepathic. Now, whether you want to believe it or not, I'm sure there's studies that they haven't told you about, or maybe that you haven't learned of. Humans are telepathic. Now, it's not necessarily in which ways you think about, and it depends on your situation and your environment, and ultimately how much practice and how much commitment, how much your intent is into something you can do, or what you're doing or trying to do. One person can change the world. That is very true. In fact, it's actually just a key couple components, players, that actually change the world. That's how it goes. It's actually not a bunch of people, though those are more so ripple effects and little things. But you can do just as big as a thing. They're not in a size or in a comparison. Just more grand scale when we talk about energy, per se, and with the world. No one is less and no one is more. We're all equal. We're all made in the eyes of God, but we're all created pretty equal physically and insidely too. Some people are going to deny this. I understand there's a lot, like I said, it all depends on your environment you grew up in and how things are going and how conscious you are of the things to be and the things to come. Humans are telepathic, and I'm not going to talk about my past. Well, I was going to say past, but I said fast. I'm not going to talk about my past because I know I don't want to keep on bringing it up, but it's not the case. I know the truth, and that's why I don't need to say about the past or give examples, because I have before. The truth is always the same. Humans are telepathic because life is meant to be felt. Everything you do is felt from within inside. Everything you felt, if I had, it's kind of like a feeling. It's just a feeling. It's kind of intense, but that can mean something different to somebody else. So I don't want to describe it that way, but that's the closest. When you're really into something, when you say like life is beautiful, this is it, and you're not like, you're just feeling it though. It's more than a saying. Words can come into play and to supplement that, and you can do creative things with words, but ultimately words will actually cite. Sound is life, and life is a vibration, which is just a wave, though you don't see it because we're just spirits and bodies. We're all just one spirit in a different body, embodying different personalities, and of course different roles, activities, whatever. Obviously we look physically different retrospective to that. That being said, the truth is always going to be the same, because there's fundamentals that always have to be the same, which cannot change for the most part. And when I go to say this, such as food, such as health, and things along those lines, and along with the instinctiveness of the actual human and animal, the whole environment, whatever you're around, let's say you're outside like I am now, but let's say you're at a chilly spot where it's by a lake, or it's at night and you're getting goosebumps and you don't get a good feeling from this place. It's not resonating with you. That's because it depends on the person too. and how the person takes it. Are they looking at it negative or positive or neutral? And are they really listening to their gut? I'm going to say gut because there's different ways to this. You can say your third eye. You can say your gut. You can say divine energy. You could say light. But I want to say gut because I feel like that's a staple for this video. And just a feeling. It's an intense feeling of being consciousness, of aware of the feeling that's going on without thinking. Without thinking is how life's actually supposed to be for the most part. There's nothing wrong with think. We have grown or adapted to think in some nature. We are an animal, and a lot of animals don't think. They just do. We're an instinctual animal just like them. It's all right if we think, but don't let thoughts control your head is the main point of this video. Listen to your gut. Even I, sometimes, you'll know when you listen to your gut, because everything in your life will be good. You'll be happy. You'll be in groove. You'll be in a rhythm. You know, some people say, well, aligned. You'll just feel good. You'll be living life. There's no way to live life. But there is timing things. People wonder about timing. And timing comes in when you're doing things that you want to do at the right time. Not pushing things. Not letting go too easily. Everything is kind of like a fine balance, and everything, you know, you're going up with the sun, you're going down with the moon, you're in tune with nature. Not necessarily that way, but similar to that, because nature has its own cycle. You don't run on your own cycle. The world kind of runs, we all run on the same cycle. You don't run on the calendar. The calendar doesn't run on you. We run with the stars. That's where all the religions comes from. We are always going to come from outer space, whatever you want to call it. Galaxies, spiritual, religions, stars, blah, blah, blah. It all comes from this. So everything is aligned with stars. That's where all religions come from. Everything, even certain days, every holidays, every celebration, even when you're born, there's specific things that happen. It doesn't matter. All you need to know is, for this video, is life is a feeling. So follow that feeling. Whatever you feel, it's true. It will always be the feeling when you know it's true. You can't lie to yourself. It's impossible. Because then there'll only be repercussions. You'll know if you lie to yourself. You'll always know. Whatever you feel is whatever you feel. If this girl wants to fuck you, but maybe you're not in the mood and you still go fuck her, I'm not saying that's positive or negative, but I'm just saying it's going to come back to you in a bad, we could say, karmic way. But it's going to come back to you because you didn't want to do it and then you did it, which is nothing wrong with that. But it could be messing up your flow of the day. Maybe this girl is someone you don't really like. Maybe she's a bitch. Maybe she's going to try to kill you later in her life. Maybe she's going to leave you and you really love her. Maybe it's just not the time to fuck her because you weren't in the mood. It's just as simple as that. And this goes with dynamics and arrange to anything in life, not just this situation or similar situation. I said there's a bunch of examples. And, you know, it's not about timing your day to make you perfect. It's about not even really thinking about it to an extent, but if you are, which most of us do, have some type of order or chronological thing we do in a day. It doesn't have to be necessarily a routine, but things we do in a day, such as eat, sleep, breathe, shit, piss, and associate, talk, communicate, you know, transverse, travel, maybe a certain task, job, or work, whatever it is, or just something we like to do, a hobby, go in nature, hike, bike, swim, play a video game, watch, make music, listen to music, watch a video, go on YouTube, leave a comment, write a blog, make a vlog, inspire other people. There's so many things to do, but when you're timing on what you want to, because there's so many things to do, you have so many options. The world's a lot different. We have more options, more transportations, more communication, easier access, more efficient. So when we do things, we have so many things to do. Great example is this, which I said before, when you go into a grocery store, there's so many options, you don't know what to eat. That's just how life is, because there's so many things. Now, do I agree with all that? Doesn't with the grocery store? Not really. But let's take a step forward from that and a step back, as in, this is how life is. There's always going to be a lot of options. Don't sit around and do nothing. You can choose to sit around and do nothing, but it's better to do something. And listen to your gut, because you'll get it. Life's supposed to be easy, and it's supposed to, you are the creator, like I said in the beginning, you are the creator universe. You are built in the eyes of God. Whether you believe a religion or not, or you're an atheist, or you have multiple gods, deities, or rulers, leaders, role models, family, peers, peer pressure, whatever it is. Even haunted things such as ghosts, ghouls, zombies, you know, fairy tales, fairies, trolls, haters, trolls from under the bridge. There's so many things, devils, evil entities, negative things. There's always going to be these things to some lesser degree or more. It doesn't matter. It's up to you to make the change. You are the creator. We are all creators. In fact, if you want to know what you're supposed to do with life, you're supposed to create whatever it is that it means creation to you, because it means something different. And this is where I'm going to end it. We all have this special spontaneous feeling inside that we always feel when we do something, whatever it is that we want to do. And if you follow on the path what you want to do, and I'm starting to feel it in the chills a little bit now, is when you do that, your life will be aligned. Things will be in rhythm as long as you listen. It's up to you to listen. It's not a thought in your head. It's more so just wanting to do it in a drive. It is a drive, basically. It's a feeling. It's an intense feeling, and it's just like you've probably felt it somewhere in your life, but what you want to get to is your life always being intense, always being full of emotion, which when I say this is energy in motion. Blissfulness or happiness, joking, not taking anything serious, just really loving in life, indulging in it, if you may say, just enjoying every moment of your life. In fact, you can go eat ice cream, go eat all the bad food, go do all the bad drugs, whatever you want to call that stuff for the most part, or it's just things you think aren't good to someone or to yourself, that is, and someone else could do it and they could live their life amazingly because they've listened to their gut, and that's what they wanted to do, you know. So when you listen to your gut, you'll always get the truth. The only teacher out here is the elements, and in nature, it is like a reality check, and they're always going to give you the truth. Nature's always going to give you the answers. Someone or something can pass it down to you, but nature is always going to give it to you. Life is not as what it seems. We are in physical form, you know, whatever you want to look past that or not, or feel past that, because like I said, it's all feeling, and that's what life is. What you feel is what's real. I was also going to say, it's how you make it feel. I thought of this video topic a bunch of ways, and I've said it plenty of times in a bunch of different ways. But when you feel stuff, it's how someone makes you feel. It's how you're always going to remember them. Did you laugh a lot with them? I know someone that I laughed a lot with, and I always remember them and cherish that. And, you know, that improved me as a person. A bunch of people actually used to make me laugh first. And then you build your sense of humor. Then you can enjoy life more. And life is just a big joke anyway. But that was just an example anyway in itself. Some people might make you scared or make you feel pressured or give you anxiety when you're around them or make you feel rushed. Rushed, I think, is a good one we can probably go on, because a lot of people are rushed, whether they know it or their consciousness or not, or maybe that's how they live their life, or maybe they don't want to live their life, but that's how they're living it for some reason. Now, we could help these people or intervene, or we could just go away and ignore it. There's a bunch of things I'll make you feel. There's a bunch of different energies, that a bunch of different types of way people make you feel, and it's just going to be that. There's always going to be different types of energy. And you need to become conscious of that. And once you learn or have experience and aware, then you know what kind of energy is coming towards you. You know if someone's mad before you see them. You know who's depressed. You know where they're going. You know where their future's going. Or you have a pretty good guess, a pretty good prediction, which is most of the time right. A pretty good guess to me of where this person is going or what's going on in their life. You know what I mean? So that's all I'd like to say. Subscribe to the channel. I drop videos like this pretty frequently. I have a bunch of new things coming on. I'm not going to announce them, but I do have a bunch of music. I drop music every day, new audio, every week a new song, and I've been doing videos like this for at least over a year now, and even last year I did almost a video every day, at least enough videos that would cover every day of the year. So that's a lot of videos, but they're getting better every time. So have a nice one.